Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hello, how we doing, everybody? Hopefully everybody is... Listen. The only reason I'm not getting super involved on my channel with the whole Kendrick thing is because my channel is not built on that. But I say this. It separated the wheat from the chaff. Because it wasn't really about getting Drake up out of here. It was really about reinstating what an MC is, what rap is. Not hip hop, not the cult, not hip hop culture, what rap is. And Kendrick is an MC. And people don't like to give him that because it's the new generation, and a lot of us Gen Xers have such nostalgia about the golden era of rap, which nothing takes away from that. Nothing can take away from the golden era. Nothing can take away from them, those men and the few women that were there. Nothing can take away from their talent. Saying Kendrick Lamar is the greatest rapper of his generation takes nothing away from nobody else. Because he released Good Kid, Mad City in like 2012 at a time where people was talking about it ain't no such thing as hip hop. See, people don't really understand the importance of Kendrick Lamar. Good Kid, Mad City, if you put it up against classic rap albums, I would not regard it as the best classic rap album. I would not. But for its cultural importance, it has to be mentioned because he dropped that at a time where nobody was rapping anymore. Nobody was really rapping no more. Like rapping, not singing, not pop, not a little sprinkle of rap here and there on a pop song, commercial songs, radio. I'm not talking about that. He was rapping. It's a rap album. And it wasn't too many of them. Too many artists had done the whole crossover thing where everybody's doing pop and everybody, you know what I'm saying? And like the guys who had ran the early 2000s, you know, still some relevance, but they wasn't dropping like they was before because it was like 12, 13 years later. They're not going to keep dropping them albums back to back to back to back like that. He dropped Good Kid, Mad City at a time where they was mumbling on the internet and calling that rap. And here he comes with lyricism, artistry, all the stuff that made the golden era great in our eyes when we was growing up. He studied that and he became that. So not only was he naturally talented, he actually was a student of rap and MCing. And that's what I liked about Kendrick. That's why his Good Kid, Mad City album was so acclaimed. Plus, he had a bunch of bangers on that album. I still rock Good Kid, Mad City. Sing About Me is my jam. Sing About Me and Real, them my two favorite off the whole album. Then come Good Kid. Then come Swimming Pools. Then come Money Trees. So here comes Kendrick to tell a story. He's not mumbling. He's got wordplay. He's got metaphors. He's got analogies. He's got punchlines. And he's just rapping and doing it well. So to say that doesn't take away from the predecessors of rap. And the reason he won this battle is because he was able to pull on the cultural currency that Drake does not have. Because ain't nobody embracing Drake in Toronto like the West Coast just embraced K. Dot. And that's about how you move as a person. That's not even just about who he is as a rapper. That was about who K. Dot is as a man. Whoever he is as a man, them people know him and they rock with him and they respect him. That's what I saw. To Pimp a Butterfly, I still rock To Pimp a Butterfly. So people look at, nobody bumps Kendrick. Yes, I do. Kendrick is on heavy rotation. Because Mama off of T-Pab, ain't too many messing with that. I still rock Section 80. Like, don't play with me because High Power is my jam off Section 80. The only album I didn't like too much, my least favorite album from Kendrick is Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. That's my least favorite album from him. I only like a few songs off of there. All of it had a message, but I was only feeling a few songs. Yes, Michael. I've heard about the plumber. I'm not particularly moved to talk about that. And I discussed that on my last live, at the end of my last live, why I wasn't particularly moved by that story. It's just something about it. Sometimes I reserve my judgment for certain things. Yes, he is. Thank you, Chrissy. Drake is the king of the boneyard. He is. I can't. I'm gonna tell you why I can't take Drake serious, and I never really could. And I got some Drake bops on my playlist, but I'm from the old school, and you can't be the king of rap and don't write your raps. You cannot be the GOAT with ghostwriters. You can't. You can be a pop artist. You can be a pop artist. You can be a crossover artist. But I can't crown you as the GOAT of rap and you don't rap. I can't do it. Really? Maybe I'll check that out or something like that. Yeah, the plumber that Michael is referring to, is going viral. Um, he was on that balloon popping show, and then it was a very combative segment. It was a combative segment because he brought combative energy to it. Honestly speaking, he brought that combative energy over there. And so then after the ladies pretty much popped all the balloons and they said why, um, he posted later on, maybe a couple of days after it went viral, that some of the women or whomever started calling up at his job or whatever and got him fired from his job, which not hard to believe. And so then after that, a GoFundMe was started. I think he started it for money. And so, but it's just something that I feel like I don't get all the information for that. That's what I feel like. So when I feel like I don't have all the information, I don't like to come die on a hill that I don't know what's on that hill. It probably wasn't anything that they were saying. My take, because he said they called more than 500 times. My take, if that's true, I don't think it was what they were saying about him so much as a job will let you go if they're getting harassed because of you. So they may not have even been saying anything particularly damaging, but if their contact to the company is interrupting business and that contact is about you, whatever it is, whether the company believes what's being told to them or not, um, they'll let you go just because we're not going to have this level of disruption surrounding you, regardless of that. That was what I got from that. Why would we continue to answer the phone? You may not have been doing anything, but people are it's the antics, so we're not gonna deal with it. And the antics are pertaining to you. They're calling about you, they're mentioning you. So we're just not gonna deal with it. So I'm going to have to just I'm gonna have to just wait. And if nothing comes about, nothing comes about. But we can all pretty much agree that if calls were made up to that man's workplace to get him fired or removed out of his job, we all know that that's wrong. We all know that that's not acceptable. aside from that being the wrong move for the females to make, he brought that combative energy to them because they wasn't being rude to him. A couple of them popped their balloons, but when he asked why, they weren't being rude. The first two women that popped their balloons, they weren't being rude to him. And she popped a balloon. The first lady popped a balloon, and then they asked why, and she just said, I didn't feel the chemistry and the attraction, and she was actually quite polite about it. And he was like, "Well, you did me a favor because I don't feel the attraction either." And she took that in stride. She took that in stride. That lady took that in stride. She was like, "No doubt. I hope you have a great rest of your day." She didn't engage it. So I can't say that that lady um, was being combative about it. And then the second lady, the one in the white, she heard that exchange, and she ended up popping her balloon, and then asked why. And she was actually really pretty. And she's like, "Oh, I don't know that I like the exchange. So I'm just going to back out of it." And she wasn't being rude either. So when asked was she his type, he was like, "Nah, you did me a favor too. And if we was out, I wouldn't have gave you a second look." And she took it on the chin. She was like, "Okay." So those two ladies, now as it continued on, the women became catty with him. But the first two, they were actually really cool about it. I don't particularly like the show. I'm not real big on dating shows and stuff like that, and the 20v1 and all of that. I feel like it's silly for the most part. Thank you, Bernard. Said fun culture football take on Ham's legendary. I'm starting to think that you're done with these hyena antics and just waiting for someone to click the link, come up, and FAFO, to a certain degree. Yeah, you're not wrong. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Lou Casely, for your super sticker, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Almanaz said he set up the GoFundMe so that he can keep doing his charity work. He said he would have to stop until he gets new employment. Without the GoFundMe, folks gave the brick lady money. Anyway, women are not wives. They say marriage is no longer the goal. Yeah, I am. It gets that way. It gets that way. She actually do need to go to jail. She actually do need to go to jail because she a certified scam artist. She run a scam every 2 years. She run the same scam. She needed to be in jail. She really do, and penalized and fined. I do not like that shit at all. And she just runs scams all the time. Every time you turn around, somebody whoop it on her. Let her tell it. I'm so tired of her. This is true. I may cut this show short, to be honest with you, because I got some stuff to say. You know, I got some stuff to say on the topic that I chose today. But I don't know. Sometimes it make my brain tired. Sometimes it make my brain tired. It be so much happening. So much I don't say because y'all would just be. This channel would be depressing if I actually did content on a lot of the stuff that I see. Oh, that made me think about it. Thank you, Mrs. O says Shalom, sis, and chat. Keep cooking them, sis. Much love. Much love to you too. Members I put a post on my community tab for the members. So y'all might want to check that out. Hey Nuruddin, I was just talking about it. So hey Miss Kendra, did you hear about the lovely Queen's got a black man who's a plumber fired for being on a balloon pop show? Mm-hmm. As a certified plumber, though, he can definitely start his own business. He don't really gotta work for nobody, and that'll avoid him being able to be fired for stupid stuff and stupid people that have a vendetta. Because plumbers definitely work as independent contractors. All the plumbers that I've ever met, they all are their own business, have their own business, make a lot of money like that. They make a lot of money like that too. And just stop folks from being able to pull the plug on you. You know what I'm saying? Here they go. Here we go. Thank you, L2 says salute. Thank you so much. Hey, Joker, so much love. Can I get the membership employee job?
Now you have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees.
Yeah, that's the other thing. If he's in a union, he'll be okay. If he's in a union, he might get sued. Who knows? I don't know exactly how that works, but anyway, usually I have some type of clip or something. And I probably can find one now, but the thing that sometimes multiple things inspire a thought. I've seen quite a few videos just of women and men discussing the things that they think about in terms of marriages. And there are so many different viewpoints on it. Some of them I can get with. Um, some of them is like, what are y'all talking about? And I think I just get tired, y'all. I don't know. I might cut this short because I want to talk and I don't want to talk. Thank you, Nurdine. So now I can tell the passport bros not to get a passport and travel the world when they see queens doing things like this. Thank you, Bernard. So drop the link. Any trolls in the chat? I got $50 in the pot for you. Not baiting the trolls. Craig said if he's in the union, he'll be fine with attorneys, but the work will pour in much as he can handle, especially if he has a union card. The side work is endless with credentials. That's what I was thinking. See, I'm glad y'all are saying it. Why would the plumber ask for a GoFundMe under the guise of charity? He told the girl on the show he has 100 G's. He should use the 100 G's to start the business. And say maybe this is the guy's way of telling him to start his own business. It can. But what gets me most about some of the narratives that are spoken about marriage is a lot of people talking about how marriage isn't the goal and that we put marriage on a pedestal. It's mostly women that do it, but there are some guys that I've seen too as well. And they're like, oh, well, it's not that much of a big deal. And then the marriages we're not even happy. So I don't know why we're trying to push people to be married when marriage doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't mean that you're going to be happy, and it doesn't mean that that the marriage is going to go well, and there are all these different problems. My question is this: are y'all having any better luck single? Because if single and playing the field and doing what you want to do and not being married is better than a marriage, why is everybody complaining? That see, let's go ahead and break that down. I want to know if If it's better to be single, if marriage is such a gamble and nobody wants to do it, and marriage is this unhappy thing that people suffer and they suffer. So then the alternative to that is to just be with who you want to be with when you want to be with them, and there's no commitment or anything else. If that is a better option than marriage, then why are people complaining about that option? If screwing around, being with people, having sex with who you want to have sex with, when you want to have sex with them, being able to up and leave any situation and not being in wedlock, since marriage is the devil, since marriage is so wrong and it's so unhappy, and since shouldn't all these folks be happy? Be happy. I want to see you dancing a jig in the street. Because if we're not making a society of people who are marriage material, then we're making a society of people who are sex material. And that's what we have. So if women are not worth being married to anyway, then deal with the hoes. Deal with them. If men are not worthy to be married to anyway, then deal with the players. Deal with him. Deal with him. Deal with him ghosting you. Deal with him with another woman or several other women. Deal with him when he, talking to you crazy. Deal with him when he lying to you. Deal with him when he gets you pregnant. Deal with him. Because marriage ain't the goal, right? Right? Men don't provide no way, and you rather the bear than the man. So deal with it. What you complaining about? What's the complaint? Why you mad? Why you mad at the way that the men are behaving? You don't want to be married to them no way. Why is the men mad at how the women is behaving? You don't want to be married to her no way. You don't want to be married to her anyway. You don't want commitment. That's the worst thing in the world you could do is commit. So deal with the hoes and let hoes do what hoes is gonna do. And I don't want to hear no belly aching either way. Man, these women out here just want the money. Hoes want money. Hoes want money for their time. That's the way it has always been. I ain't never met a hoe or a prostitute that didn't want money for her time. Do you know her pimp used to beat her for spending time without no money behind it? She can't pay no attention to you, and you ain't got no money. So I don't know what everybody is mad about. You want hoes that act like wives. And you want this just random men to act like your husband. And that's what I don't understand. Because when we start talking about healthy relationships, when we start talking about healthy marriages, when we start talking about getting yourself in a position where you're operating in a proper value system, that way you can use that as a measuring stick to make sure that the opposite sex is also operating in that value system. And then you can vet these people, and then you can make an informed decision about who you're going to be with and why you're going to be with them. And that'll mitigate a lot of foolishness that come along with just randomly, haphazardly being with people and then getting mad that these people are not acting the way that you think that they should act, but you haphazardly getting with each other. So what I'm trying to figure out where the expectations is coming from. Because nobody want to talk about actually doing what the creator said and getting married. Everybody demonize that. So I want to know why you ain't satisfied either way. You're not satisfied with the marriage because that, you know what I'm saying, that tear you up. Okay, marriage is no good. So then not being married should be the optimal thing. That should be the optimal thing, right? Am I correct or am I tripping? So everybody should be fine. The men should be fine with the whole activity, and the hoes should be fine with the Negro activity, with the non-committed activities. They should be fine. Because when we talk about lions and lionesses, don't nobody want to hear that. Everybody revert back to what hoes want and what hyenas want and what hyenas want and what they doing. Everybody want to demonize what the Most High said. Like that ain't about to work. I'm just trying to figure out what everybody mad for. If the lioness is no good, deal with the hyena then. If the lioness is no good, deal with the hyena and be quiet about it. If the lioness is too much work, fine. Go deal with the hyena, and I don't want to hear nothing. If the lion is too much work, go deal with the hyena, and I don't want to hear it. If it's too much work for you to be in a healthy relationship where you got to do stuff too, and the other person got a role and you got a role, and both of y'all got to come together to pull the load, if you having a problem with that, go on out there. Go. Don't look back. Don't say nothing. You can't do both. I don't want to hear no belly aching about both. You don't want to be no wife, but you want a man that to come commit to you like a husband. No. And then get mad when he don't want to act like a husband. You don't want to do stuff like a husband. When he don't want to cater to you like a husband and all that kind of stuff. When you get around a man that would do that for you, but yet he require you to actually be with a wife, now you want to holler about that. He wants something from me. Oh, okay. Because the main complaint with these chicks, if they run into a lion, the main complaint is they too strict. He's strict. What is strict? Because he won't let you run around and be stupid. He won't let you tear nothing down as he build it up. Animals got more sense. Animals got more sense. Animals have a better vetting process. Oh, let me show you something. I'm finna make you mad real fast. I'm finna make somebody mad. Somebody about to be mad. Somebody about to be all the way upset. Male gentoo penguins propose to females by giving them a pebble. If the female accepts the pebble, they become a mated pair and they use the pebble to build the nest. Male gentoo penguins propose to females by giving them a pebble. If the female accepts the pebble, they become a mated pair. And they use that pebble to help build their nest. Animals got a better vetting process. Fight me. Fight me. The animals know what to do. The percentage is not that high. They just got the microphone. The percentage is not that high. You know who's the lioness? She ain't bother nobody. She not constantly on the internet with her booty turned to a camera. She go to work and she come back to the house. If she ain't got no man, she going to work and she come back to the house. She the one that put her head down. When I was single, I wasn't talking to nobody. When I was single, I wasn't in nobody's face. I worked. I was in the house. I went out when I needed to. And I came my butt back to the house because there ain't nothing to do out there but get in trouble. We quiet. Just like lions is quiet. Lions are also quiet. They unsuspecting. They not constantly somewhere grinning and skinning, trying to flaunt no money and trying to do this and do that. They going somewhere, they taking care of their business, they making sure they got their stuff together, and they're busy. They busy. They don't have time for a lot of foolishness. Lioness is the same way. Go to work. Maybe you have a friend or two that you talk to. That's it. That's it. We busy. We come outside to do what we got to do. We ain't outside on that foolishness. We quiet. We at the grocery store. You understand? We at the grocery store. That's where we usually, I told you where we be at. We be at Ross. Minding our business. We not gonna come out and just talk and be grinning and skinning. We don't have a thing that say we lionesses. All we can do is not engage in the foolishness. That's all we can do. Yeah, we in the home goods store. We in Michael's. We in Michael's. We fawning over the latest throw pillows. You know, we got a gleam in our eye with area rugs. We don't got a lot to say. We don't got a lot. What we doing? And you'll never believe how many men don't know what they looking at when they see a lioness. Because we're subtle. You don't even know what they looking at. You know how many men didn't know who they was talking to? Just the conversation. Just the initial conversation. And they didn't know who they was talking to. Did not know they was talking to a lioness. Because they assumed that I wasn't one. So they talked to me like a hyena. Talk to me like a hyena. And the conversation is over. You're not going to talk to me like a hyena. You're going to talk to me like you got some sense. And if you don't talk to me like you have sense, then we just don't talk. I'm not even going to argue with you. I'm not going to bring nothing to your attention. I'm going to bid you a fond farewell, and you have the day you deserve. We ain't got to talk no more. Thank you. Going out is let me stop at Panera and sit down and drink my little latte and have my little tuna sandwich. Ooh, it's a little tuna sandwich. That's where we at. Somewhere minding a business that pay us. So unfortunately, it gets us overlooked a lot. Thank you. I don't even give a lot of eye contact. A woman that glance up at you, smile, and put her eyes down, probably a lioness. We don't like giving eye contact because if we stare at you, you know, we realize that can be off-putting or something. Gives little signals and stuff. Let's see. Bernard said he has 100K in his retirement account, most likely as a last resort to liquidate. Thank you, Nurdine said the passport bro moms and dads have me to thank for being their son's school bus driver and telling their son to stay away from these gangs. Thanks. Hey, how you doing, Miss Betchuas? I know that I was a miserable single. Being a wife, I believe that I am on my purpose. Exactly. We don't like being single. Thank you again, Nurdine said Miss Kendra. A couple of my passport bro dads that work for the diplomatic security service just arrested some of the church kings and queens for destroying men's passports in the mail. That's crazy. Thank you to realist. I appreciate everything you're doing. Let's get the community together and we do this putting light on the foolishness. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chicago Chano. So I think because the foresight of men is rejected in these interactions and relationships, the scarcity of such creates the impotence in their knowledge of marriage. Once again, thank you, Nurdine. Says it's bad these churches, kings, and queens are committing federal trying to stop the passport bros, and they are getting caught. Thank you, Roman. It's an unpopular take. Happiness isn't the main reason for marriage anyway. Besides chasing happiness is chasing waterfalls, period. Exactly. That comes later. Thank you, Eugenie. Said marriage is still an option. Security boss. Thank you, Mrs. O. Said God fearing means absolutely nothing to folks. Exactly. Thank you, Common Man. Said when you're with a hyena, she'll tell you it's your load to carry. When you're with a lioness, she says our load to carry. Something to think about. Thank you, B. Said, do you believe by rare chance some hyenas have a lioness spirit once exposed to the right path? No. But there are lionesses in the boneyard. So I don't think hyenas can have a lioness spirit. I think lionesses can have hyena traits. And once those traits are exposed to them, is when they can come around and say, wait a minute, I need to change what I'm doing because I've picked up hyena traits. And those things are actually holding me back and stopping me from being what I want to be and doing what I want to do. Thank you, L2 said, when is it a good time to go inside Panera Bread to find a wife asking for a friend? We be in the morning. Lionesses do stuff in the morning if we can. If we can do stuff in the morning, we like daytime. We don't be liking to be out in the evening because we want to go home. We want to go home. So we like doing our stuff in the day, in the afternoon, because we don't like crowds. So we try to go as early as we can to certain places. We like chilling. I'm gonna tell you one thing about a lioness: we gonna lay down and we gonna chill. Even the real, actual animal lioness, they could be in the middle of an argument and she gonna lay down. Like, listen, I'll argue with you in about 10 minutes, but I'm finna lay right here and flop my tail for a little bit. Then I'll get back up and argue with you again if that's what you want to do. But we're like that. And it's not that we're boring. We just don't like, we just know it's a lot of foolishness. We know it's a lot of foolishness. So we rather just stay away from certain things. We like taking our time. We like being able to think. So we like subdued places, places where you can relax and just kind of, if we got to go to the store, stuff be hectic enough, commuting to work and stuff like that. That's hectic enough. But when we're on our own time, we like to do things that relax us. And, you know, looking at purses and Marshalls relaxes us. Sniffing the candles at Target relaxes us. Trying to see, can we get that new bra out of Victoria's Secrets while sipping on a Frappuccino relaxes us. Thank you to Renzo said to the eye contact thing to include body language. Most people can read books and both right, wrong, yet fail at reading energy completely. People read that again. Thank you, Miss Celine. So I went on my first cruise. It was awesome. And the latest I would go to my cabin was 11. I went to the workout room every day too. Yeah, Lioness's workout. We like working out. We'll go work out. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Bisa. Very well put. Lioness with hyena traits. Yeah. Um, Thanos says something important, I thought. In a time of peace, lions and lionesses can be peaceful and subtle. We aren't in a time of peace. We need lionesses to make themselves known. That's sketchy for us. Because make us known to who? Because we don't know who the lions are either unless we start talking. Lots of male hyenas out and about. Lots of male hyenas. We got to be careful. Because we end up in a situation where we have to bite them. I agree. We just have to be discerning about it. Brandon said, "Got something to ask you. Why do black men have to wait 3 to 4 years to be in a black woman's life, while other groups are?" What do you mean by 3 or 4 years being in a black woman's life? Because lionesses move fast. So I don't know what that means. Men are in control of the relationship. Y'all tell us when we in relationships, not the other way around. We don't dictate that. So if you want to be in a relationship after a few months, be in one. What's she gonna do? The only option we got is to back out of it. But I kind of almost don't know what that means. So I don't want to talk, and I don't know what I'm talking about. So if she been in a relationship and she know a guy and she only want to be friends and she know this guy for a long time, but she just keeps saying, "Oh, she's making you orbit." Back burner. That's a game hyenas like to play. That's a game hyenas like to play. Lionesses don't play that game. I don't even have male friends. We don't play that game. See, those are the things you gotta look at. This is important. Chico said something important. Lioness and hyena characteristics can overlap because the woman is still prevalent. The woman's nature is a receiving nature. It's really about how she responds to masculinity. That's actually really important. It's really important. We still got female nature. So we're going to want stuff. Lionesses want stuff too. We actually want more from you than a hyena could ever ask for. And I don't just mean your money. We want you. That's an important point. Lionesses do not like waiting for commitments. And we don't friend zone men that we like. If you're a lion and we actually like you and we think we might want to be with you, we actually do make ourselves known as lionesses because we start trying to do lioness stuff around you. We kind of can't help it. We like moving quickly. We like getting married. So a man that we're actually interested in, we would never play him off for 2, 3, 4 years. We would never do that because that wastes our time. And we're cognizant of our time. We would never waste our own time like that. We would never do that. We're not interested in wasting a man's time. We're just not interested in doing him dirty. We just not interested in that. It takes too much energy anyway. That takes energy. Trying to mess somebody up, trying to play games with people, trying to play with whether or not you in a relationship with this guy, or, you know what I'm saying, play him for a little bit and drag him along for a little bit while you decide that's too much. That's too much. That's too much for a lioness. We can't do that. That's too much effort for us. And it's a waste of time, more importantly, yours and mine. Why would I want to be your girlfriend for 4 years? Why would I want to be your friend for 4 years? That does nothing for us. We don't benefit out of that. Lionesses don't benefit out of that at all. We do not benefit. We do not benefit at all from the long-term situationships and to being your girlfriend for a minute or friend zoning you for you. We lionesses do not benefit from this. And the main reason that lionesses do not benefit from those actions is because we're not actually trying to get nothing out of you without giving something to you. In other words, we're not here to fleece your 4 P's out of you without reciprocation. Lionesses are built on reciprocation. We hunt. And doing the whole situationship long term, you just come give us some D and a couple of dollars. That don't fulfill us. That does nothing for us. Nothing. It actually makes us upset. We actually will become very upset about that. That does not help us at all. That don't help us move forward. We don't like that. We do not like that. Okay? So all that constantly back and forth in a little situationship, every time you turn around, we just got a guy that slide through. We don't like it. We don't like it. We want to hurry up and be your wife because we trying to hunt to get. Where we going to put the gazelle? Where we going to put it? If you don't declare that you're the alpha lion, where are we bringing these gazelles to? We're not impressed with your money. It's nice that you have it. We like that you have it. You're stable, you're secure. That's nice. We like that. We'll get around to your money. We'll get around to your money. But first, we looking for order. We looking for the structure. We looking to listen. We looking to reciprocate. And we are not looking to waste no time. If we want you, we want you. And if we don't want you, you'll know about it because we won't talk to you. You'll be trying to figure out what's wrong with us. Why you don't talk? Because you ain't on nothing. I mean, you know, and we be trying not to be rude. That's the thing. They be thinking, they think lionesses be lying. That's what I mean by sometimes they don't know what they looking at. When they look at a lioness, they don't believe we are who we are. We be saying it. Because I'll look at $1 real quick and then won't pull my hand out. Oh, okay. I'm trying to figure out what you're doing. You trying to give me the money? Oh, okay. That don't help me. It's nice. It's a nice gesture. We're not ungrateful or unappreciative. That's just not the main thing. We just not trying to dig in your pocket. We'll get around to that later. We'll get to your pocket. It play a role. That's why we accept stuff like the coffee date and the park date, and we accept stuff like that. It's not that we don't think money it has an importance. It's just not number one. We more interested in you without your money. Who are you without your money? Because we don't fall under the SOS of the money. We fall under your SOS. So what is that? What did that look like? What kind of conversation did you have? Because don't nothing turn a lioness off faster than an idiot. And a man with no direction. You get to talking in circles. And we get to give you that side eye. And we start asking questions. Well, what do you think that you're gonna want to do? You think you'll be able to do that in about 5 years or so? We want to know. I just want to know what you're gonna say. Because you don't sound right. Okay. Just a little game. I'm out of here. Let's see. Do I got any more? Well, thank you, Miss Celine, again. So I could be found in a fitness spa with a whirlpool and a steam room. It was well worth the extra money just to decompress. Yeah, we always decompressing, girl. Trying to find, girl, trying to recharge that little battery, the little social battery. Anyway, jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, is the Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye bye, Crimsonites.